Okay, everyone, welcome to our multi-team Zoom, the Healthy Hangout Monday night post-convention. Who still has like the convention high? Are you guys feeling that? Like, oh my goodness, there's nothing else like that. Like, we leave with so much excitement and confidence and gratitude and belief. And we're just like, let me talk to every single person that I can find on the planet. And I'm going to help them see what we have here. It's so fabulous. So anyways, Justen, let me introduce you to my Plexus bestie. You guys may not know this, but did you know when you become a Plexus Jewel, and I think actually even once you rank Senior Ruby, Plexus connects you with a region sales manager that, Justen, I don't know if you want me spilling your secrets because
you can spill all the secrets.
If you don't utilize your coach and you have one, I am telling you, you guys are missing out. Justen's on speed dial for me. Like, we seriously are back and forth every single day. He is my Plexus right hand. And I hope you never get annoyed with me, Justen, but just
never, Whitney, you know that. You know that. You would know if I did. I'd let you know.
Okay, yeah, we're that close that he'd be like, dude, you're driving me crazy. But he's so fantastic, and I'm just so grateful for him. And he actually reached out to me and he's like, hey, what if we did a convention recap for your team? And I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. So we all get to take advantage of Justen and his goodness tonight. And so he asked me, like, what do you want to cover? And I just threw out some bullet points. And we want this to be like really open conversation. We want to hear from you guys. What were your favorites and like what stood out to you the most and all that. So
good or bad. We want to hear the bad too, because it's only going to get better if we know. So
see, like, this guy's a problem solver. He's like, can we do this better? Is there a way to improve? And that's why I love him so much. He literally has, like, he bleeds Plexus. He is so committed to making our worlds better and like making this company more effective. And so he's just awesome. So I'll let you chat. Like, is there anything you want to share, Justen, before we just jump right in? Or
well, I've had a nightmare with the PowerPoint, but it's finally loading up here. I think to start would be really good or bad feedback from convention for those that joined us. If we have a moment to just pop it in the chat, that'd be great. Or if you can come off mute, we can chat about it. We've had a lot of things said, Whitney. I don't know about you, but people felt like it was a really good convention. Numbers were low, but the content was fantastic. So the breakouts, from the breakouts to the keynote speakers to everything, just the emotion, especially that first day. We've had a lot of very good feedback, and I worry that we don't hear the bad. I didn't see much bad, but that's why we need to hear it. So if anyone wants to pop it in, that'd be great. Other than that, ideally, we just kind of cover down for those that didn't show, kind of what they missed. I know Whitney's going to be hands-on with all the information as well. But that's the core of the idea. So kind of just give a rundown on the product launches, the incentives, a little insight on the incentives as you move forward. That's kind of the main idea. I know, Whitney, did I show you the deck? Did I get that to you? Okay, well, it's basically
you had one. You're like always better than I expect. That's all. Well,
that's not too good because I should have sent it, but because it's been a migraine for me, we can void it. We can just kind of talk the bullet points you sent over.
I like that plan. That's cool.
Yeah. I can just send you the deck later and you can ship it off and see, but it's basically what you covered, from the events, and for everyone to build a vision around the events to come. I think, Whitney, I don't know about you, but Dallas sounds like it's going to be a blast.
Oh, are you kidding me? Like, we were just talking about that. Like, it's crazy that they let us register for $99 and that includes Super Saturday. So we are all committed on here. We are going to like rally and get everyone registered for that because we don't want to see those low registration numbers again. Like, it's just so sad that people missed out on this, right?
I know, especially with the energy of it. I think I talked to a couple of people that have been around Plexus for a while, especially on the corporate side. I'm just like, what's going on? Like, am I on a sinking ship? Right. And they're like, absolutely not. Here's what's happening. Right. And it's obviously the economy. And the big thing is because we have so many events, there's this confusion about, well, what am I not getting at a Super Saturday, or when I go to Gold School, or when I went to Punta Cana? That it's that magic of convention that's different, that real community at a bigger scale. Plus all the keynote speakers and information could be YouTubeable. So a lot of people are like, I can learn and learn, but it's way different when you're there. You know, that's like the real selling point. And that's why, Whitney, you and I, we went freaking right in the trenches. You were pulling up all these people that you could call, and you're our top recruiter for this event because you know that. And so I know your people do. I'm just trying to relay that to all the leaders. Like, hey,
I didn't know that. What the heck? Woo!
yes,
Our team
by
is
far
awesome.
top recruiter. So God bless you.
Love it. Well, so just to add to what you said, like, here's the thing about convention. Like, you could sit home and watch it on a Zoom or watch a replay of it, but there's nothing like the energy that you get in being in that room. It's like it literally gets into your body and your soul, and you leave there and you're just like, it's something that you can like pass on to other people, and they're going to be attracted to that. It's like a magnet, and you can't get that unless you're there. So
Yep. And
100%.
even like your people that I talked to one woman today for an hour. She's been an Emerald for 5 years, not working the business. So she went to Emerald, you know, she had a tough couple straws in life, and she went to a convention and she's out ready to go, you know, and she's like
Nice.
really ready to go. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's shaking all the rust off. So we're going through her whole team, who's still going and whatnot. But that's that bit the convention has. You know, this is
Yeah.
my first one, and I'm seeing this. I'm like, that's fantastic, you know?
Yeah, I swear. And it gets better every year. It's unreal. And I can help her, Justin. So we actually just before an hour ago or an hour and a half ago, we did like a strategy planning Zoom post convention. And like those of you that were on, literally like step by step, here's what you need to do. And we're leading with the business. We're like, no apologies. We have the best opportunity in the world here, and we're sharing it with everyone. So I'm happy to share that with anyone that's here. So I've got I'll get the replay uploaded as soon as we get off of here, and my board that I created for that. And so I would love to share, because I want to see everyone win. I don't care if you're on my team or not, like we're all going together. We're doing this like because of this amazing One Plexus culture and the brilliance of our compensation plan. Like we all rise together. And so that's what we're going to do. So I'll be happy to share that. I'll share that with the replay of this, and I'll get you that too, Justin, so you can share it with that sweet Emerald. I would love to help her out. So
Please give it to me. And I hope everyone on this call knows that's why you have, bar none, the best leader. Bar none, because you get that. It's a rising tide. Whitney could charge everyone and take you to the cleaners with that information, but instead she knows, and it's a One Plexus thing. She wants everyone to go.
no, but hey, we got sister sidelines here, sideline sister Jules, that are super amazing as well. And so like we're always adding value to each other. That's just how we roll. It's so awesome.
Exactly. Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so I want to just jump in and say, so if you were on that strategy Zoom, you already heard this from me. And if you're on my team, you might have heard this a couple times already from me, but here is so important. Like when you leave a convention, it is guaranteed you're going to feel absolutely overwhelmed. There's too much goodness for you to be able to process that and come home and be able to reasonably be like, okay, here's my next move. It's absolutely overwhelming. So here's what I've learned after 9.5 years in this business and going to conventions and different events is you literally, it's so important that you just narrow it down to one baby step. What's my next best step? Okay. If you don't do that, then that stack of notes that you have, or like even like all that's bundled in your head and all these ideas, you're never going to do anything with it. You're just going to freeze up. That's what happens. Like we get overwhelmed. So literally narrow it down to just one idea that you took or one training that you took. And that is where you need to spend your time until you master that and get that applied. Put everything else aside. Okay. That's my first tip.
And with that, like work with your upline on what might be the best like broad skill to master, you know, and don't be overwhelmed to the point and you have FOMO, so you don't even want to start because you're like, I missed all these things, because it all lives somewhere. We can find all the content from convention. If you your dog ate your papers, we have it somewhere. So just make sure like she's one actionable thing to really master. I love that, Whitney.
Yeah, 100%. And if you're not sure what it should be, then let's discuss, like talk to your sponsor and they can really help you figure that out. So anyways, now here's one thing. I think what's even more important than what you learned is what you felt. Okay. So I want to know, there were a lot of different stories about like hope and possibilities. I want to know what really spoke to your heart. What got deep down inside there that brought tears to your eyes and maybe like tears all the way down your face? Like, what is it that you left where you were just like, was it a certain story or was it like our keynote? Oh my goodness, the Iron Cowboy, best motivational speech I've ever heard in my life. And I'm like, I've heard Les Brown live. I've heard John Maxwell, like unreal. And I recorded the whole thing on YouTube. I saw someone was asking if they could get that replay. I have it. You can find it in my Facebook feed. I shared it. So we
Move
need
quick on that. Move quick. We talked about that internally this morning, and someone brought your name up that you had it. So if we can go get it for you guys, go quick because we don't know about copyright because we didn't record it. So
yes. So I might be breaking the rules a little bit, but you know what? Me and the Iron Cowboy were friends, so it's all good. He's not.
Well, and I don't know if Whitney, I don't know if everybody knows this, Whitney, but there was already a scheduled speaker to talk, and then I guess whatever reason they couldn't make it, and then the Iron Cowboy was booked. And you guys, I 1000% believe he was there because it was meant to be, to hear his story, everything. He was meant to be there. Like, it gave me goosebumps thinking, oh my gosh, we could have missed all of that.
Yep.
Amazing.
Totally a God thing.
He was meant to be there. I can't remember her name, but she was a skier and she lost both her legs. And the doctor had to see her. Like, he was like, you can't go. And the Iron Cowboy was her replacement. And you're right. It was like maybe 1 week prior. And that's how ready he was. He was like, I'm in. And it was meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're like me, so I believe like Plexus has been going through this, like lots of transitions lately. And I feel like we're coming up and emerging on this huge breakthrough. And I think he needed to be part of that. Like, we needed that type of motivation for what's to come and like where we're going. I mean, who's going to earn leaders retreat, you guys? Who wants to go to Florida Keys? Who wants to go to Alaska and Great Britain? Like, that's been on my bucket list forever. I literally like cried when they announced that. I was so excited. And like I was telling everyone on that strategy Zoom, you guys, every single one of you, if you are willing to start working today and you take the right action and you do it consistently, every single one of you will be on that leaders retreat cruise, and a lot of you will be on the Emerald Extravaganza Diamond Destination as well. 100%.
Yep. Yep. And what a cool combo. You get to go to the Caribbean and then up to Alaska. You know, a little bit of both.
Well, and here's what I was thinking, because I don't know where you live, but it's freezing here in February, and I'll be like so ready to go somewhere warm. And then in September, it's still super hot here. So I might as well go enjoy Alaska and cool off. So that's just perfect, right?
Yeah.
So
it's a perfect combo. Yeah.
Plan to be there, commit to it, believe that you can, get the steps, go to work today and stick with it. The 90-day harvest that I talked about in our strategy Zoom, it's a real thing and you're going to want to listen to that. So definitely do. Now, shall we talk like Restore and Sweet Tea Slim?
We certainly can. Yeah. Some product launches. We've had a lot of good feedback with Sweet Tea. And we decided it's going to be a full-time thing. Promote the sweet tea. Everyone loves it. It's a way different flavor from the pink. I love the pink. I don't know about y'all, but it's a good other option, So we're going to have hunger control and our regular microbiome version. So those are both, the hunger control is going to be a new one, but the flavor palette's the exact same. We're really stoked on that because we saw a lot of men actually love the sweet tea. It was one of those polls for husbands that were like, Okay, we like the sweet tea. A lot of people that were like, "Oh, I have my sweet tea." They're in the South. They're like, all of a sudden, they're like, "Wait, this is really good sweet tea too." So sweet tea is gonna be
And
a,
it's
a
good
really
for you. That's the whole difference. You're not getting like 2 cups of sugar with every serving, right?
not an ounce of sugar in there. And that the doctor actually, Dr. Hartman, I forgot his numbers, but the average sweet tea sugar content is through the roof, and ours doesn't have a drop. So it's a good flavor with like healthy benefits instead of anything bad. And the Restore we're so happy with. I don't know if you tried to Restore, Whitney. Have you tried it
I
standalone?
have 2 bags already. I've been taking it for the past, ever since I could get my hands on it. Yes.
It's better, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Like
Yeah.
I enjoy it by itself, but I've also like every time we get a new flavor of something, I love to try all the new combos. Like there's so many fun possibilities. And I really love it with like lemon lime hydrate as well. But even just before, like by itself at bedtime, I'm doing the 2 a day. I totally want those benefits. So loving it.
It's a smart move. The 2 a day, it does it. It's anti-inflammatory. And the other thing with Restore is it targets the liver. That's a hot topic right now is liver health. So we're hoping that that will be a good pivot for the sales floor for all you guys to be able to reach out and talk liver, but also talk because it is, similar to gut health, a hot topic, and Restore is an isolated product for you guys to kind of sell in that narrative. And yeah, we changed the flavor up a little bit because the ones from Reset people weren't too happy about. They just knew they had to take it. So for standalone, right, we got to make it fun and like flavorful. So yeah, that's the kind of like the flavor twist on it. I would say that's going to be a hot topic for people. We're trying to figure
Well,
out a way for corporate to target those that bought Reset. Whitney, we don't really pull lists of product specific folks. So that's in the works. But in the meantime, target your people that bought Resets, target your people that bought Slim because
well, and even if they didn't, I feel like Justin, that's such a hot topic right now is liver health and detoxification. Like more and more people are really coming to understand that that is huge priority. Like no matter what your health goals are, it really covers the gamut for everything. And can I just tell you, I think that like I am so excited about this and grateful that Plexus gave us this as a day-to-day product versus launching an actual new product. Because when you have something so brilliant and you can really like get it in the hands of more people and really take advantage of it, that's where I really want, like it's our lane in Plexus. Like that's where we're brilliant. So let's run with what we have and reach more people with it. And it's just, oh, it's so, I was even thinking, and don't tell compliance, but hello, cancer patients and that like detox combo, you guys, holy cow, like
there's a
so
lot of runway, and it's like not everybody wants a reset, but the benefits from Restore make so much sense for exactly what you're saying to target whole new audiences, but that are still in our lane. We're not going to ever be an Amway with laundry detergents and yada yada. We want to make sure you guys all have your clientele and you're here for a reason. So we want to support that and bring products in that are in that can,
yeah. Well, and how many of us have worked with customers who they had so many, like so much inflammation and autoimmune stuff going on that they couldn't even handle triplex. So this is going to allow them the opportunity to like prep their body for healing first. And then we can introduce those products for people that have a lot going on. I just see there's so much potential here and it's so needed for so many people.
On
So
top of that, Whitney, just a quick plug for Ease. If you are with people that have heavy detox, like you're saying, give them Restore, work Triplex, and Ease is our #1 retention product. People that
really,
buy Ease by far. So ProBio 5 is obviously the most popular, but the biggest recurring customer based product is Ease, like by like a good number. Yeah. So try to get
that is
yeah.
so good to know.
Yeah. I know we don't talk about it. I'm like, you guys need to know this,
That's awesome. Oh, okay. So just imagine like what people are going to experience pairing those two up and with the BioCleanse. Like it's probably free getting the BioCleanse versus buying the two separately with the combo. So much potential there. And, okay. All right. So we're almost out of time. I want to know, like, breakouts. Those are one of my favorite parts of convention. Like, put in the chat, or if we want to have a couple people like shout it out. What was your favorite takeaway from a breakout? If you can narrow it down to one thing, like, was there something that was so completely like, that's a game changer? Jessica Heffley. Oh my goodness. Yeah. If you were in that room, so good. We received some new tools. The social media training. Who was in there? Social media with Amber Miller. That was fantastic. I actually learned a lot there that I'm going to be implementing. So good. I wish I could have attended all of them, but
I know. I think we have them recorded. I'm pretty sure. So I can give you the whole deck of recordings if we had them. I don't know why we wouldn't. But because the breakouts were, you had to pick and choose, I think we got them available for everyone. Don't
Nice.
No one here tell anyone that because I'm not supposed to share the recordings, but Whitney can, right? So I'm going to make sure we can get them out. The other one for me was a Hispanic group. It was all in Spanish, which makes it tough. But for future reference, like that's an untapped market for everyone. If you have anyone with a language barrier, we're trying to engage the Hispanic American market. Reach out to me, reach out to whoever, because we are building a team for those folks to make sure they see the love and can build. I mean, you guys saw Juan and Veronica on stage, and they were awesome, right? So,
well, and I talked. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lisa.
Well, I just have one question about the, I didn't get to try it, but what was that new flavor of the hydrate?
blue raspberry.
Blue raspberry. Did anybody taste it? Does it taste like the blueberry acai? Whitney, is it good?
Oh, so good. So good. Everyone that was with me, like, we had a little small group in there. We all tried it and we were like, please, can we just like replace the blueberry? Not that the blueberry acai is not good, but this is like, I think people are going to absolutely love this flavor.
Blue raspberry. Justin, when is it coming out?
I don't know. We don't have that on the game plan yet, but we got such good feedback. We just have to make sure we can like scale it and produce it for everyone because it's going to be a hot topic. Lisa, you didn't try, but Whitney, didn't it sound? It tasted like a gummy worm, maybe like a sour gummy worm. Yeah.
100%. It was so tasty. And I was surprised because I actually was talking to some of the scientists, the developers, and they were saying like, you wouldn't believe the price difference for different flavor profiles. And so they were actually saying like, for example, the cucumber melon one, that price point on that flavor is actually way multiple times higher than the blueberry. So we have to take that into consideration. So it totally made sense why sometimes they just do these as LTOs, but also they explained that because Hydrate's becoming such a good seller, then we do have more options to spend more money on flavors.
Yep. We have a question.
Oh, sorry, Lisa, go ahead.
Yeah, we have a question. I have, it says, I have one that I'm going to positive thinking here. Need help with the Hispanic team. Who do I reach out to?
I can send you the contact here. Like I can just plug it into.
Yeah, plug it in there. Yep.
Her name is Doris, and we hired a new person named Andrew. So I'll put both of their contacts in here. Both are rock stars. Doris would be more in my position, and Andrew is going to be going out in the field more. So he's based out of Salt Lake. But either of them are good options for you. I'd send both of them to your people. Because they both are very passionate. They've both seen frustration from their folks about lack of care from corporate with the Hispanic group just from the past. And so they're trying to do it the right way now. And it's great to see because it's a lot of potential there,
Yep. Sally, Sally wants to know when the recordings are going to be available. I talked to Michelle today. And she said that it's not Plexus's doing, it's the company that was hired to do the sound and all that kind of stuff. So we would have to get it from them. And she said it probably is going to take a couple weeks because the team that runs all that is on vacation for a couple days, which is duly noted. They needed that. So I would say probably a couple days, but if somebody has a recording and they want to share, we would take that.
So Lisa, you talked to Michelle Minnick,
Yeah,
and she said it has to go through Cvent to get the recordings.
yep. She said
Well,
because
my sister's on the production team, so this small group in here, I think I could find it. I got to ask her because she has to have it, you know.
okay, good. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
just don't tell anyone because it's got to just be this group. But I think we could get it early. Pretty sure.
good. Whitney, I'm just going to see if there's any questions that we missed.
Okay. And you know what? I know Justin has to hop off to get on another team call, but
Okay.
you see how he's trying to hook us up? I mean, you guys, is he the best ever? Like, let's just tell him thank you. Give
You're
him a
welcome.
little silent
It's all
hand
about
or whatever.
That's why we get along, Whitney. We want everyone to win. So all these rules don't make sense. If they make sense, then we won't do them. But come on, you know. Thank you guys for having me. I do have to roll out of here. Thank you for catching that, Whitney, because I always run late for that reason. Thank you guys for listening to me, Whitney.
Thanks,
I'll talk
guys.
to you pretty soon.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks,
Yep.
guys. So
I'll talk to you very soon.
yeah, thanks. So Whitney, Teresa asked a question about shouldn't Restore become part of Triplex? Teresa, there's a new pack that has Restore, a part of Triplex. So that's a pack that's already been created. You should be seeing that in your back office.
And also, I saw Veronica ask, like, would that replace the pink drink? Absolutely not. Two totally different products, totally different, like focuses, you know, we definitely, you want both. They do very different things, so.
So, Catherine, had stated that, well, I'd asked the question, when do you take your Restore? And there's two separate groups that did 1 a day and then 2 a day. So Whitney, you're doing 2 a day. What time of day are you doing your Restore?
I'm doing one with my hydrate first thing in the morning with my like vital biome and my balance. And then I'm doing another one by itself right before I go to bed.
Okay. Okay, cool. Jana Hooten, you guys, was a 1 night tester. She did a little shot and she's lost 18 pounds just by doing the Restore. So I know there's been a lot of people that has had really great results with it. So yeah, let me see if there's any more questions.
When do I take my pink? So I actually, ever since Reset launched, I started doing my hydrate first thing in the morning, and then I do active because I work out. And so I do my slim, like I will break my fast like late morning, sometimes early afternoon, and then I do my slim like an hour before dinner. That's just my regimen. It doesn't mean it's what you should do. That's just what I do. So
yeah. So I'm just going to read a couple of the comments that everybody wrote about the convention, and then we'll stop the recording. But Jennifer says she had that feeling of I belong. Someone else was saying that the fact that my dream could come true. My first year, I was blown away by the energy in the room, how friendly and supportive everyone was, genuinely wanted to help. First time going to convention, I was blown away. You guys, conventions rejuvenate your soul. Really does. I agree that Vegas is difficult for conservative bunch and for families. I do agree with that. First convention attendee here, cannot catch the vibe. It was powerful, motivating. Yeah, we need some water. So anyways, there's a lot of things you guys can scroll through here and see. I'll have the recording up just as soon as it gets done recording. Let me stop the recording.
Yeah, and Catherine's going to do a giveaway. And there was actually one more thing that I wanted to do. And I'm sorry to take up any more time, but I thought this was so brilliant. And one of the breakouts that I went to, and I don't remember which one it was, but they had us at the end write, yeah, but on a piece of paper. And then you're going to write all the reasons that you tell yourself that you cannot be successful here. And then you're going to tear that piece of paper up or burn it or crumble it up and throw it in the trash or whatever it is, because it's all the lies speaking to you, trying to keep you small. Okay, so do that. And Catherine has a giveaway for us. So
yes.